So here we are about 3 weeks into ownership of our new R15. It's going pretty well, but this morning I woke up and discovered that I was sitting on 2 flat tyres, not 1 but 2. Some tradesman had dumped a load of debris. He hadn't secured his load basically, and I had the misfortune to run over it. The choices weren't really good. I was probably too close to the car in front of me because I do get a bit enthusiastic when it comes to home time. So basically I didn't have time to do much other than dodge all of the cars that were also trying to dodge the debris with not much regard for me. So when I woke up this morning I had 2 flat tyres. I jumped onto another machine. I was a little late for work because I had to do a sudden change of plans and dig something out of the workshop that I could ride. Here we are with 2 flat tyres. So let's look at how we can sort these out. So the very first thing we're going to do is get some air back in the tyre. So I put 30 pounds of air in the tyre. With 30 pounds of air in the tyre, sometimes we're really lucky and we can feel the leak. If you're really lucky, sort of, you can actually see the cause of the problem. There might be a nail sticking out or a screw. What I think is that the debris I ran over had nails in it, so the nails are still back up there on the road. So I've got no obvious pointer. Generally you would rotate the tyre and take a bit of a look and see what you can see. But I've cheated. I've actually already located the leak. I've already been through that step. And I'll show you how I did it. So what I've done, I've gotten an average everyday pressure sprayer. I filled it up to about there with detergent, in this case truck wash, because it was cheap and there's plenty of it around the joint. And then that much of it is water. Giving it a good pump to get it going. This leak's actually only a very small one. But the first thing you will do is you'll hear it. You probably can't hear it too well on the video. But once you've heard it, you'll be able to lock in on it. And there it is right there. So that's our leak. And out comes the trusty tyre repair kit. So what have we got in here? Those are the plugs that we're actually going to shove in the hole. This is an auger that we're actually going to make the hole bigger with. And this is the tool that we put the plugs in with. So pretty straight, well, kind of straightforward. And when you put the plugs in, you put the rubber cement in. And that provides, well, a lot of the plug, the pressure of the plug being in the tyre will seal a great deal. But the rubber cement certainly is self-explanatory. That's going to provide your adhesion and prevent the plug from leaking. So, back to our tyre. You probably can't see it too well, but that dimple there is actually our leak. I should have put a warning here that this may disturb some viewers. And there we go. So that's just cleared the hole. Whew, that did move the bike around, didn't it? That's good. Okay, so let's unwrap our plug. Now I do apologise for the hurried nature of this video, but this is actually a genuine thing I've encountered. I do have 2 flat tyres. There's enough tosses on the internet, on this channel, for better or for worse. It's amateurish and it's real. Alright, so what we've done is we've threaded the plug through that hole, sort of like the slot. Now when we drive that in there, it's going to hold on to the sides, and when we pull it out, it's actually going to, we will actually pull it out and you will see that it will divide, if that makes sense. It will. So we'll be pulling the tool out and leaving the plug in. So here goes our rubber cement. Good smear of that into the hole. So you can see there's our plug. Probably went a bit too deep with that. As I was driving it in, I hit the airspace and it just sort of, I like to have more sticking out, but you can see both halves of the plug, one half there and one half there. So theoretically that's sealed. You could give it a few minutes and you could ride on it. For the finishing touch, my kit includes a little blade, and what we're going to do is just trim that flat. It doesn't have to be amazing, because as you drive along the road, it will wear to the same level as the rest of the tyre. So that's the front. Now we're going to do the back. Okay, so Once again looking for our leak. Aha. I'll show you guys what I've just spotted. Now I love these rear tyres with the high guards because it can really show you where things are. So you can see our bubble forming, and it even popped. There's our leak. Once again. Now that's a bit of an awkward place though, isn't it, to repair a leak. So we might push the bike back a bit further. Right, now I'll give you guys a hot tip. There's our leak. When you're doing stuff like this, I mean obviously you've got the bike on the side stand, but leave it in first gear and that'll stop it rolling around. And you'll notice that when I'm doing this, my hand is grabbing the wheel on the other side. There you go. Do not let that worry you. Anybody could find this leak now. Okay, so once again we get to wrestle one of the plugs out of the packet. Now the makers of these kits, which are worth about $20 or $30, actually claim that these are only for a temporary repair. I've used them on bikes, cars, trucks, and I can't say that they're all that temporary. But I suppose there is a reason for that disclaimer. You can get them for about $20 or $30 from most parts stores, some service stations. If you've ever taken a bike tyre in, if you've ever taken an entire bike in with a flat tyre, you'll know how it can stink. So if you're capable of doing this, or you're willing to give it a go and prepared to accept failure, this can save you a lot of money. So once again, just feeding the, pull that out, feeding the plug into the gap there of the tool. I'll have to put a new one on my shopping list because I'm down to one flat. One plug left. Okay, so make that nice and even. Once again, cement there, a lot of cement there. Not really going nuts with this stuff because a lot of it will get displaced, you know, pushed out of the way. But you certainly would. There's way less harm in using too much than there is in not using any or not enough. Now we'll try to not stuff this in so hard. Oh, that's actually pretty good. See the way I've got a few millimeters either side sticking out? doesn't hurt to let these dry a bit either. Just trim that off. Now it does concern me that at first opportunity the factory tyres on my R15 both went flat. This does concern me. I don't know if it's simply because I ran over the right thing, because I certainly did, or these tyres might be a little bit on the soft side. I don't know. From memory, they're actually the same size as the MC19 project, or very close. You know, so availability isn't an issue. I personally, I've begun to enjoy the handling of this bike, and I can't wait for the standard rubber to wear out so I can put something really sticky on there. But that's just me. This thing really is nice on the corners. Anyway, there we go. So you've seen me work my way through my emergency. One thing before I go, I forgot to state the obvious. Now you've plugged your tyres, give them a little bit of time to dry, and that's starting to dry already, you can see, and then make sure that you put air into them. 29 psi on the front, 33 on the rear. Since we use soapy water to check for leaks, it's probably a good idea to get rid of that, because it's not going to help your tyres adhere. So a little bit of a hose off never hurts. You'll see the soapy water running away. Nice. Now don't forget, 29 psi on the front, 33 on the back.